Right folks, welcome to this first main train sim video. You see me do the Riviera line from Paignton through to, I think it was Exeter St David's, wasn't it? This is the first ever voice over video. So I'm hoping to do a lot more of these voiceovers as through other YouTube channels that I watch. They're quite popular. So we're going to be taking a journey on the Cornish Main Line from Plymouth all the way down to Penzance. So let's get going. So we have got the doors open, picking up passengers from here at Plymouth. So we shall be calling at the various stations: Devonport, Saltash, St Germans, Liskeard, Bobbin Parkway, Lostwithiel, Parr, St Austell, Truro, Redruth, Camborne, Hale, St Erth, and finally Penzance, due to calling at Penzance at 9:11. So this is a 60-minute journey, roughly around about 2 hours and 5 minutes. No, is it? Did I just say 60 minutes? No, that is wrong, folks. Anyway, let's get the train all set up. So we need that one there, that one, and that one. We're going to be told to go shortly, so I need to get a move on here. Now this is based back in 2015, folks, so we're still in First Great Western Blue, but there are various packs out there where you can go Great Western Railway in the green livery. Let's turn that one off, which is that key there, and you can see it's the tester. We are with the Armstrong Power Pack sound, so we have got the sound of the real thing, folks. So we are going to be running with this displayed, I'm sorry to say, but until I get a few more hours behind me, I'm going to need that up. So we are ready to depart Plymouth from platform 5, and it is 7:02 in the morning. We are already late departing, so let's let the brakes off, put it into forward, and let's go. Start off in notch 2. Now I do like the sounds that come with this, folks, because you do get the sound from the brakes, and you get the flanges. It's brilliant. And you can tell from the sky, from this orange colour, it is early morning. The sun is now coming up. So we shall build ourselves up to the 25-mile-an-hour limit out of the station. Obviously over the summertime I do take this line quite often, once a month with my girlfriend Linda. And I have driven this route already prior to doing this video. Everything that you can normally see from the passenger view, and also from, well, if you're a driver watching this video, you'll see that it's all superb detail. It's all spot on. But what I've also noticed is, folks, that Train Simulator is actually done a little. I don't know if it's with the Armstrong Power Pack, it probably is, but if you go into passenger mode, you used to be in the carriage. But now, because obviously you had the drop down windows, you have now got the passenger view outside the drop down windows, which I think is absolutely amazing. You're not allowed to do this anymore in real life, which is a shame. And we are stopping at Devonport and I'm not concentrating. We're only doing 29 mile an hour, so it's going to be alright. It does jutter a little bit coming out of here because it's got so much scenery to load up ahead of itself, but once you get up to the bridges, it starts sorting itself out a bit. And the brakes, I have to say, are absolutely brilliant. There are various same packs you can get through Armstrong Powerhouse, sorry. You can get the Screaming Valentas, you can get that engine sound. There's so many different sounds you can get. Whatever's to your liking, really. But I shall put the link to Armstrong Powerhouse in the description below, and I shall also put the link to the Cornish main lines and the Western main lines and whatever else you want to get. Just Trains do this. This is a Just Trains route. They do all this. I shall put the link to theirs in the description below as well. But there is something you need to get, and I shall announce all that as we work our way down the line towards Penzance. So for now we are at Devonport. We shall just actually no, we're going in the cab to set off. Put the camera to that so we got the clock showing. Acknowledge back. Okay, the brakes off. Wait for into relief, and then we got to step 2, which is notch 2. I think maybe I should have put the notches up a bit before we release the brakes, because we're on a little bit of a climb here. So I did make a mistake there. But never mind, it's all about learning as you go on. So whilst we're pulling away from Devonport, let's have a quick look around the cab. I think it's that to turn that off. Can I have that up there? Let's have a look around the cab a minute. You can see the detail is very, very, very good. Just wish you could put the windows down. So, let's get the power up and get the screen back. So I do like that, believe it or not. You can have it off, but I quite like to have it on. Try not to keep the mouse cursor around here too much for you. Move it over there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the first train sim video I done from, I think it was from Paynton all to up to Newton Abbot, not Newton Abbot, to Exeter St David's. I think that's as far as I went. Well, I should know. I hear you saying you done the video, Martin. Yes, indeed, I did. I thought I'd try a voiceover one now. And this route here is absolutely exceptional. I really do enjoy this. It's such a challenging route. Such a challenging route. Especially when you get into Cornwall, because it's so uppy and downy, and you're constantly sort of off the accelerator and on your brakes and vice versa. And brilliant. Here we are going down the hill, so we shall shut off the power. And we're going to be slowing down to 40 miles an hour in a bit, before we slow down to 15 to go over the Isambard Kingdom Brunel Bridge at Saltash. And we are speeding. Looking at the scenery, you see, folks. Looking at the scenery. I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing. Get sacked on the railway for doing that, you know. Little bit of stutter there. Just loading up the tiles ahead. Just coast the rest of the way now. Thing I love about this route, which you'll see, is the single line section going towards Bodmin. I love that bit. Just something about that I really like. That is St Beulah Ferry Road, I think. Or is it Dockyard? No, St Beulah Ferry Road, I think. Okay, we are going on to the single line section now. And it's again loading up the tiles. 15 mile an hour limit coming up. So we shall just go to notch 2 until we get really close. Because as I say, the brakes on this are pretty good. So you can take a few chances here and there. I think I'll do like we're going in a quarter. Let's see the rest of the train. So I hope the volumes are coming through okay. I've sorted it out the best way I can. Slowing down quite nicely now. And you can see the Tamar Bridge coming up there in the distance. Just took it around with the old throttle now. Knock it down to notch 1. You start slowing down too much, just knock it up to notch 2 again. And vice versa, if you start speeding up too much, just knock it back down to notch 1. We should take a journey outside. I was going to be just doing straight videos with any voiceover or anything, and just keep it strictly to driver's eye view and line siding. Still be doing the driver's eye view as we're doing now, and some line siding, but I thought I'd give some voiceover as well, because I thought I'd let you know my personal take of it rather than typing everything in the description. So let's take a journey outside now. I know that's not a realistic view. You never get to see that view in real life, unless, of course, you're a very, very good... there is something sat at the platform here. As you can see. Very nice indeed, folks. Very, very nice indeed. So we should go down to the slope here and see ours come in. With the sun in the background. Bring up the HUD, hood, bring up the hood. I think that's what it's called. Okay, here we are now arrived at Saltash. See if I can get a view of the bridges. There we are in the background. Foreground, shall I say. And we shall see our Class 43 pull away from Saltash Station, bound for a next stop at St. Germans. view of the Tamar River there, with the bridges which we are now leaving behind. So we've got just over 4 miles till we reach St. Germans. And as you can tell, the sun is coming up. And I am speeding. So I won't be getting many points for this, which is good because it's only a standard scenario, it's not a career. But even so, I do try to stick to the speed limit if I can. So we've got a 70 mph limit. So we shall reach ourselves up to that. Only briefly though, because we will shortly be arriving at St. Germans. And we're going downhill, so we'll shut the power off now. A short tunnel coming up. I have got the lights on. You wouldn't think it, but I do have. And for those of my friends who I shall be posting this to on Facebook, if you can be bothered to watch it all, which I'm 95% sure you won't, but at St. Germans platform there is the 2 holiday carriages there, and at Hale there is the holiday coach there as well. It's just everything throughout the line is just spot on. It's so accurate. Slow down now for our approach to St. Germans. We are late. Well within our speed limit, which is good. That's spot on, that is. Obviously, I shall be taking note of the stop signs along the platform. So like 2+4, 2+8. But as this is set in 2015, it will be 2+8. May have stopped quite a little bit short there, I think. Let's open the doors and see how short we was. And that's a 2+4 sign. So yeah, we should have stopped. That's 2+7. Yeah, HST stop. 2+8 cars, so we should have stopped up here. So we've stopped quite quite a distance up there. So we, you know, that's something to take note of when I next do this. Anyway, we shall pretend we've got our orange vest on. There's no other trains coming the other way, and we shall just stay here. Now, if you're thinking, what on earth does 2+4 mean? What does 2+7 mean? And what does 2+8 mean? Well, I can tell you. 2+4, 2 power cars, 4 coaches. 2+7, 2 power cars, 7 coaches. 2+8, 2 power cars, 8 coaches. So now you know what it means. So I should have stopped the power car. Here's where we are. But never mind. Here are the flanges, folks. Love it. Absolutely love it. I've been waiting for years for them to do the Cornish main line, and it's finally done. All I'm waiting on now is for them to do the branch lines. That'll be brilliant. If they can do the Lou branch and the Newquay branch and Falmouth branch and St Ives branch, that'll be absolutely brilliant. And whilst we're climbing this steep gradient, folks, I should tell you about Just Trains. There's a little bit of a mistake I made. I got the Western Main Lines pack from them, and I also got the Cornish Main Lines pack from them. Now the mistake I made was I didn't read the specifications, because it says if you've got the Western Main Lines pack, all you need is the Cornish Mainline extension. Now I've only got the standalone version. Now if you get the Cornish Mainline extension, you can drive the whole route from London Paddington right the way down to Penzance. You can drive the whole route right down through, and also from Penzance up to London Paddington. It's all one big scenario. So that I've got to do, folks. Just sit here for over 4 hours driving the whole route. I'd love to do that. And it'll be class 43s all the way. None of the new stock. Straight class 43s. But as I said, I'll put the link to Just Trains in the description below so you can pick and choose what you want. And the same with Armstrong Powerhouse. They've got the class 50 as a scenario, which involves driving a class 50. Now I've got to get that, and that's part of Armstrong Power Pack. And it sounds really good. I've seen a YouTuber out there who's got that, and it sounds absolutely amazing. As I say, the Cornish Main Line is quite trying to drive because there's so many ups and downs, so you're constantly off the gas, on the gas. When I say gas, I mean accelerator, throttle. We'll go outside in a minute. I just want to give you a little bit of driver's eye view for a minute. Game for me is running quite smooth. Hopefully on the recording it's doing the same. Obviously it will stutter a bit because it's got a lot of tiles. When I say tiles, I mean scenery. It's got a lot of that to load up. And having watched other YouTubers out there who's got high-end gaming PCs, I've got, I should say around about medium to 3/4 range. But loads of them out there who've got high-end gaming PCs, and when I say high-end, I mean the top doodads. Even watching them play Train Simulator, every now and then it does stutter a little bit. It's a Train Simulator thing. It's just loading up everything ahead. But I have upgraded my PC to what it used to be. Remember when I first started trying to record on this back along, it was just impossible to watch. And that is a 65 into 60, yeah. So we're doing 52 miles an hour, so we're fine. We're just over 4 miles outside of Liscard now. I do quite like this driver's eye view. Actually, sat in the driver's seat driving. So as going to the outside of the train, you wouldn't be able to do that in real time. We're going to be starting to take a climb up in a minute towards this guard. Well, I think you've got to climb up and then you've got to drop down to this guard. So let's bring the power up. Why they've got one of them, I've never seen one of them down here. This is Manhaniot, which is a on some services is a request stop. On some services, some is an actual stop, you know, as part of the actual route. thing I like about this Armstrong Powerhouse one is, if you look to the front left-hand side, you can see the shadow from the front of the cab, and that's what I like about this. You've got the realistic sounds, and you've got the shadowing, you've got the sound of the flanges. And currently I've got the desktop volume and my mic volume set to various settings on OBS, but going through the volume on my sound system, it's quite loud at the minute, and it's amazing. I've got to tell you, it's amazing. We're only doing 51 out of 60 mile an hour, but there's no point powering up anymore, because once we get over this crest of the hill here, we shall be dropping down into the Scard. So shortly we shall power off and just leave our train coast down through into the Scard. There's the tiles just loading in the Scard. A little bit heavy on the brakes there. Slow down a little bit too much. Just over to the right there, you can see the branch line connection for Lou. And we shall look for the 2+8 car stop sign. And we'll stick our head out the window for this one. That'll just about do us, I think. Okay, let's show you the quickly show you the siding to the loo connection. And here we are. There's the loo platform, folks. This is where you get the train to loo. And it looks like we are good to go, so I shall take off the brakes and put it to notch 2. And we shall fly over up to the road bridge. And watch yourselves go. Next stop, Bodmin Parkway. Obviously, once we get out of Truro, we will start to see some W signs, which means whistle signs, which means obviously blow the whistle. And also, in our case, blow the horn. So you should be hearing the horn on this as well, which sounds very good, I must admit. But what I also do like is, between Liscard and Bodmin Parkway, you've got the track change from double line to single line section. That is very good. I do like that. I think it's time for an overhead view. Now see, the ones who haven't bothered to see this all the way through would have missed that bit. And I'm speeding. Again. And that's the warning for the speed change as we reach the single line section. And I also do apologise, folks, for my speech at the minute. I'm a little bit bunged up. I'm just getting over a cold, so my voice might not be so clear. I'm trying to speak as clear as I possibly can, but I'm bunged up and, you know, just getting over the remnants of a cold, which isn't good. Not good at all. Right, brakes on now. Start concentrating now, so we need to slow down to 40 mile an hour. And we're still going to be going downhill, so we need to tickle the brakes. Slowed down nicely then. Green signal, so we are clear to go. Off for the brakes now. And then here we are now, going on to the single line section. Once the rest of the train clears, we are clear to accelerate up to 55 mile an hour. Love it, folks. I absolutely love it. And I'm speeding again. That's the third time in this video I've been speeding. Cross-country livery there. And I'm surprised the game didn't judder then. That was so smooth. Just around about 3 miles outside of Bodmin Parkway now. And I've got something exciting to show you once we get to Bodmin Parkway. That's the 4th time I've been speeding. Well, I'm a little bit delayed, so, you know, it's like technically trying to make up time. That's my excuse anyway. And yes, I'm sticking to it. Haha. I'll tell you the reason why I'm speeding, folks, is because I'm busy looking at the scenery. And I'm not concentrating on my speed, and I should be. Now we shall gently coast into Platform 1 at Bodmin Parkway Station. Now there might be one or two things here you recognise. Like to the far right, Bodmin and Wentford Railway sign-in. And something at the far end as well you'll recognise. Take a quick picture a minute. Now you look at this, folks. Recognise this? The big green shed. That is owned by the Bodmin and Wentford Railway. There you go. Yeah, we shall pretend we've got a high vis on again. And this time I shall blow the horn for you. Turn that off. There we go, folks. Next stop, Lostwithiel. I do love this line, folks. I love this route. It is amazing. And to be honest with you, I did start going off Train Simulator a little bit. And for the reason being is, I mean, I bought Train Simulator 2013. Now, I know all these things take ages to build and, you know, it's not a 5-minute thing. But everything, every other route, like all the foreign routes, were being built and released. And I thought, what's wrong with Cornwall? Why not do Cornwall? So I went onto the one on the forums and I actually put that in. I typed that in. I said, look, everything else is being done. What have you got against the Cornwall main line? They say even if you do from like Plymouth down to Truro or something, just start off with and do the rest later on. And I typed that in 2015, I think it was. Well, since then, I mean, obviously it's done now because I'm driving it. But that's obviously been seen, and they've done the whole lot. They've done the whole line from Plymouth down to Penzance. And if you get the extension packs in the right way, not the wrong way like I've done. So yes, folks, a noter. If you get the Cornwall main lines, I mean not the Cornwall main lines, Western main lines, make sure you get the Cornish main line extension. And then you can go the whole stretch then from Penzance to Paddington. Now approaching Lostwithiel. Believe it or not, I have stopped where I should have. And if you pay note of the new trains we got now, formed of 10 coaches, they stop right up around that corner up there. Crazy. Lostwithiel signal box. That's Lostwithiel crossing signal box. I love the detail they put here. Brilliant. And I think we'll stand on the platform now to watch this one go. So we shall switch that off for the brakes. Notch 2. Stand back a little bit. Did you enjoy that? I did. Next stop, Par. Actually, I just realised something, folks. There, sat at the platform at Lostwithiel, I forgot to show you something. There is the actual sign in there for the Foy branch. And you can drive the Foy branch in Train Simulator as part of a scenario. I shall show that to you one day. What's that for? Right. 55 mph limit. We're doing 36. The speed change. Keep slow. I don't know what's going to be coming up, folks. Put the brakes on just in case, I think. Because I'm not sure if we are clear to go. Should be okay. Yeah, we got a green light. We have a green light. I don't know, I'm not sure what that was about. Not sure what that was about at all. Hey. We'll do a few pictures here in a minute, folks. Okay, so we are now dropping down into Par. Off the accelerator, put on the brake. Now approaching par, folks. And St. Blazy Depot is there, and the turntable's there. I shall show you that a different day. That'll be on an upcoming video. Right, folks, I'm just gonna need to go to the toilet a minute whilst the passengers are loading up. I might be a little bit late back. I shall see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back, folks. Put my mic back on. I do apologise about that. Once again, as I said, St. Blazy Depot is over that way. I shall show you that again on a different video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your train manager speaking. I'd like to apologise for the delay on this service from PAR. This is due to the train driver wanting to take a toilet break. I can now assure that normal service has now been resumed, and we shall call at the following stations: St Austell, Truro, Redruth, Camborne, Hale, St Erf and Penzance. Once again, I apologise for the delay to the service, and normal service has now been resumed. Thank you. Presumed? Presumed? Resumed. God. Learn to speak, Martin. Well, I hope you're enjoying watching this video as much as I am playing it, folks. It is, in my eyes and my view, stunning. I think they've done an exceptional job. All the gradients are perfect. All the trees, the buildings, the stations, the signals. You wait till you see Truro. Oh, the semaphore signals that are there. Oh, wow. Even Centre Earth Station's good. Redroof is good. Redroof is my hometown. And Redroof Station, they've got spot on. It can't be easy to do all this. I know there might be like one or two that are thinking, oh, you know, grow up, Martin, there's only a game. It's not a game, it's a simulator. A game is like, you know, it's like when you not showing disrespect now, just putting my views across. Like, you know, a game is like a Nintendo, a Spectrum, an Atari, or a Mega Drive. They're games. I mean, this is a simulator based on the actual real thing. It's brilliant. We've got quite a climb up to St Austell now. First whistle sign of the day, folks. Starting to lag a little bit now, folks. I do apologise about that, but it's loading up St Austell. Obviously St Austell is loaded because we are running clear again. Nice and smooth. Shut off now. Just leave this climb, slow us down. Something I like, which you'll see on the right hand side in a minute, they've got all the sidings in still. They've left all that in. So once again, folks, for the lagging on the game when it's stuttering, I do apologise about that, but even gamers out there with very high-end PCs, they get the odd occasional lag here and there. Maybe not as much, but they still get some lag. So even if I had high-end PC now, you still get some lag. It can't be helped. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Now approaching St Austell. And I love the fact that the old footbridge is still there. In the game. In real life, that's gone. This monstrosity after it is there now. But it's due to the fact that it's got lifts installed, folks. So, you know, you're going to think of the elderly and people in wheelchairs. So that's going to be taken. I think this is our stop sign here. I'm going to take a guess at it. We shall open the doors, get out and have a look, see how close I am to being correct or wrong. I think I've stopped slightly short. Yes, I have. Should have been here. Oh, I'm close. I am so close. Actually, we'll stop down here, folks, and see us leave, I think. That view there is about right. I'm short, so that'll do. Take a picture there, actually. Right, here we go. Next stop, Truro. I do miss the old 8-car unit, the old 8-car ones, you know. The 40, we should really think ourselves grateful, really, that they haven't got rid of the Class 43s altogether. I was very glad to hear when I asked one of the station staff, I think it was on board a service from Redruth to Plymouth, I think it was. And this is when they went on the change from obviously the 8 carriages down to which is now the 4 carriage ones, 2x4s, which is obviously 2 power cars with 4 carriages. And they said, oh, obviously all the buffet cars are now taken off the lines down here, and they said, I was told that the buffet cars are now sent up to Scotland, but the Class 43 power cars with the 4 carriage set up, they're going to be staying down this way, running the Devon and Cornwall lines, which is absolutely fantastic. Because obviously I was born in the 70s, late 70s, so I grew up around the Class 43s, and I can remember when there was the Screaming Valentas, and I can remember waiting at the train station with my mum, and on the opposite platform one of these were pulling away when they had the Screaming Valenta engines in, and I can remember I had to put my hands over my ears because it was deafening, folks, deafening. I'd love to hear that again, to be honest with you. I don't think I will, but Armstrong Powerhouse, I keep on saying Power Pack, Armstrong Powerhouse, they do have that sound in. And look at this, folks, clay dries, I think. Pass this once a month, and that is 100% accurate. That is spot on. It is good. pick up speed. Actually, I'll leave off the throttle because we're going to be coasting downhill. So we'll pick up speed that way. And we can just enjoy the line. So let's go on to carriage view window. Right, passenger view window, here we go. Brilliant, isn't it, folks? Absolutely brilliant. I love it. This is the longest distance between platforms throughout the whole of Cornish main line between Truro and St Austell. And if, of course, if we're going this way, St Austell and Truro. Should have took a screenshot then, really. We weren't on the next viaduct. Hopefully that's come out right. Got it just in time, I think. That will be uploaded a little bit later on. We are very delayed. Should have been at Truro at 8:26. It is now 8:26, so we've still got a fair distance to go yet. 8 miles, just over. So if you're enjoying these train sim videos, folks, let me know in the comments below, and also let me know in the comments below if there's any routes you want me to do, any lines you want me to cover, any trains you want me to drive, whether it's so like locomotives or DMUs. Let me know in the comments below. Obviously I want to play what I enjoy, but if you want to, I also want to play what you enjoy as well. So if there's something you want me to drive, a route you want me to drive, let me know in the comments below, and I shall do my utmost best to do that for you. We'll be shortly approaching the first of the 2 tunnels before we approach Truro. You see what I mean from the graph just down below there, folks, how uppy and downy the actual line between Plymouth and Penzance is on speeding again. Is that the 6th time? 7th time? I don't know. Enough times. Keep the brake on step 1. Seems to be just about right. We'll have to power up again shortly because we shall be climbing again. Just over 4 miles away now from Truro. We are now approaching the first of the 2 tunnels. As I said before, we approach Truro. This is the last tunnel now before Truro. It's got on the summit, and we've got the drop down into the station. Speed change warning. Starting to slow down now anyway. Speed change from 65 down to 55. One thing I do like, folks, is you've got just down there, if you have a look there where most cursor is, you've got the skate park there, which I think is very, very, very good. So we are now approaching Truro. And upon our departure from Truro, we shall be stopping at Redroof. And this route I do 5 days of the week, folks, because I've got to travel from Redroof to Truro to work. And I quite often take the 2+4, which is the 2 Class 43 power cars. With the 4 coaches. I think if I remember correctly, the power car stops just around about here. Pretty close to that anyway. I think that's about right. Right, here we go, folks. This is Truro. This siding here is the Falmouth branch line siding. Which is fantastic. Brilliant. Right, we should jump in the cab. And we shall make our way to Redroof. And I can feel a little announcement coming up, folks. So wait for it. It will be coming up just before the Higher Town Tunnel. Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to Penzance. We will be calling at Redroof, Camborne, Hale, St. Earth, and Penzance. The next station is Redroof. Did you like that, folks? Used to be a signal box there. Because there used to be a siding down to Newham. You wouldn't think it now, you wouldn't looking down there. Look, the old branch line is part of a walkway and cycle path. It's walkers and cycles shared. But you can walk along part of it. But yep. Used to be a branch line, folks. No longer. Shame. Right, there's some signals, some warning signs here, so... There's quite a few along this stretch. Yeah, so... Hopefully one day, babe. Babe? Sorry, I'm so used to talking to my girlfriend. So hopefully one day I shall get used to where all the signals are and the gradients, and then we can do away without that. And we can just have that view. But for now, we're going to have to put up with that, folks, I'm afraid. I'm sure you don't mind. Don't know why I just powered off. Still going uphill. Not concentrating, folks. Again, looking at the scenery, you see. Now going through chase water in a minute. Not right now, we're not, but we will be in a minute. Here we go, now passing through Chasewater Station. What used to be. It is no more. And if anyone's wondering if the A30 is there, it is. There you go. Should be certain things you can recognise without me going outside. Obviously loading up red roof there or something. A little bit of a jolly there. Right, power off. Jump road footbridge crossing there, folks. All remains to jump roads, good sidings to the left there. Now approaching red roof, folks. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge. Well, we are 8 cars set, So, if I remember rightly, the power car stops just over the viaduct, or just don't know, not over the viaduct, over the road bridge, which is just about here. And there's the marker there. Look. Oh, we're pretty close. We are pretty close. Whoa, just stopped just a little bit short. Would you believe that? Okay, here we go. This is Red Roof. That bridge is not accurate, but hey, they've done a bloody good job at this. It's not a scenery simulator, it's a train simulator, but looking up here, look, this is where it all brilliant. Absolutely love it. Love it. Right, I think we shall go to the footbridge. I don't know which way to see the train leave, folks. Didn't buy a ticket office, why not? Up here. We'll go up here, folks. I'll make my mind up in a minute. Here we go. Now, whilst we're picking up speed, folks, we're going to sprint ahead here. Look up there, it's Cambrai up there, look. It's not accurate, but this is Trevingi foot crossing. But still, I think they've done a reasonable job because the houses there, they're right. And even the ones going up through there, they're right. It's just, you just got to take your hats off to them. They've done an amazing job. So next stop, folks, is Camborne. Then we have Hale, St Earth, and Penzance. Penzance, our final stop. Well, obviously it's our final stop because you can't go any further. Show you around here a minute. This is the Cambrai. That there is meant to represent Tregadoran Park. There's the engine house there. Obviously there's a cycle path that goes up there, but as I say, this is a train simulator. Cambrai station now going through. But just to the right of Old Cambrai station, on the footbridge, you'll see a Tesco Extra. So they've done a really good job, I think. Obviously there's a few people out there who think, oh, this ain't right, that ain't right, but so we are now approaching, shortly to approach Camborne. Right, step one on the braking now. Shortly be going through Rossgear Junction, and Rossgear Junction signal box is there. They've even put in the old magnet building on the left there. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Overshot very slightly there. Not a lot. Actually, that's pretty good actually. Overshot about a foot or two, I suppose. Well, here we are at Camborne. Now about to depart Camborne. That's me signalling back to the conductor. Next stop, folks, Hale. But yeah, if you haven't got this, folks, and you're thinking about getting it, well, think no more. Thinking's bad for you, especially if you constantly think, because you end up getting a headache. But no, seriously, if you're thinking about getting this, get it. It's well worth the money. And of course, especially if you've got the computer to run it. I mean, mine's not by no means top of the range. I haven't got a high-end PC. It's when I started off, I had a very, very low-end graphics card. Ended up spending, what, over a year ago now, about 260 quid on a graphics card. And it's just transformed the gaming capability no end. I've got a half decent processor in there. 16 gigabytes of RAM. No, sorry, 32 gigabytes of RAM. And I mean, for streaming capabilities, I have a problem. I do have a problem when it comes to streaming. But recording videos to upload to YouTube, I mean, the videos I use OBS, Open Broadcast Software, to record these videos, and the output is throwing out, what is it, 720 resolutions, which is pretty good. Speeding isn't, but I mean, that's what it's throwing out. And I always play these videos back before I upload them, because obviously the longer the videos you do, the longer it takes to upload. So I always look at these videos back before I upload them, because I don't want to show you poor quality videos. If I think I'm able to sit down and, I mean, there's other YouTubers out there and their video quality is only 720. I mean, I can quite happily sit down and watch that for hours on end. So if my videos are the same as that, then I upload them. So that's it, folks. Here we are now at Gwynedd Crossing. There we go, Gwynedd Crossing. So stop that now. And of course, before I power up, there used to be a siding over there for the Helston branch line. And that used to go along there and then up around the corner, and just up there is a bridge. And it's still visible in real time as well. Right. Power up. We're only doing 40 and we should be doing 65. That's me seeing. Just doing some spotting for you. I should have blew my horn. So yeah, in just over 2 miles we have got Hale. Haven't been on a train from Red Roof down to Penzance for quite a while now. Once we enter Hale train station, you'll notice on the left the holiday carriage is there. I got quite excited when I seen that there. I thought, ooh! So if you look to your left now, you shall see it there. I shall just show it to you. We look from on the platform. There it is, folks. And also, the Asda building's there. I don't like the way they spelled it. Asda. Asda. But still, the building itself, name could do with changing though. I suppose they had to do that for some reason. Trying to get it so I can get at least that bit in. There we go. Right. Sorry about that, folks. I was just having a little bit of a play around there. It might have been the case that they got hold of Asda and said, "Oh, come, we're doing a run from Plymouth down to Penzance, and we'd like to we're doing Hale Station, and we want to incorporate the Asda building and your name on the side." They probably go, "Oh no, no, no! You can put our building in, But please do not put our name on it. That's probably is the fact of it. That's probably the reason why is the wrong name on it. Excuse me. I expect I'm right. Okay, next stop, Hale. Oh, if we look to the left here, the go-kart track is there. I never went on that, you know. Just to the left here is the old sidings. All overgrown as they are now in real time, which is a shame because I can remember the tracks being there. Another class 43. What do they know? Slowing down a little bit too much here. There's something I forgot to point out to you folks at Truro. Did you notice the semaphore signals? Well, if not, take a look back. I love the way they've modelled the signals in this. Lovely signals there, look, the way they've modelled them. This is our stop board here. Slightly short, but hey. Yeah, so this is Centre Earth. Yeah, if I show you this signal at the end of this platform here before we head off. Yeah, all the modelling has gone into that, look folks, is, in my eyes, is absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. St Ives platforms there. Obviously that's before they made all the changes when they designed this. So this is all changed now. Brilliant. Okay, so our next and final stop is Penzance, folks. As I say, we are a little bit delayed on this service because that's due to me looking around a lot, showing you things and taking a few screenshots here and there. But hey, never mind. I've had fun, and I hope you've had fun watching. We shall shortly be having a speed change from 70 down to 50 by the look of it. Long Rock Depot now coming up on the right. Lowland, folks. I was lucky I just caught that. Ooh, ooh. Missed that, folks, didn't I? That wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. Knew that going off. Oh dear. It's the first time I've done that. I didn't hear that going off. Only at the last minute, but then it was too late. Bit of a delay in the sound there, I think. I've seen it come up. I've seen it come up there. And I was pressing the Q key, which is what you need to press to disable it. Or to acknowledge it, sorry. Not disable it. To acknowledge it. And it stayed there. It's like, what? So I went back into the cab and pressed it, but it was too late then. But here we are, folks, now approaching Penzance. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed playing it. There will be a lot more videos coming up. And please let me know in the comments below if there is a locomotive you want me to drive, a DMU you want me to drive, or even a route you want me to drive. Then also please let me know in the comments below. If you don't tell me, I don't know. And also please tell me if you like this video or not. And if you did, or if you have liked what you've watched, then you know what you need to do. Hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell. When you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified all the time I upload a video. So here we are, folks, now arriving into Penzance Station, our next and final stop. So there we have it, folks. Now arrived into Penzance. We are taking the journey from Plymouth. I've cut it a little bit short there. We should be up to around about here. But Actually, just for you, we shall take it up to here. There we have it, folks. A little bit closer for you. So there we are, now opening the doors. And we shall put the lights back. And head our way back into the station. I haven't got the lights quite set right, but there we go. Okay, folks, it's saying bad luck there. I don't know why, because, you know, we've probably done everything completely and utterly wrong. Yes, we have, in style. Okay, folks, so I shall see you again on the next video. Again, if you did like this, give it a thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Then you'll be notified all the time I upload a video. I shall see you on the next video, folks. Take care, stay safe. Next time. Bye bye for now.